Hey guys, it's Will coming at you again with an impromptu special video here. For those who may have been here on the channel long enough, way back in the day, if you haven't seen it, I did a video when I was a kid about my second of all time favorite board game. And I did promise a while there I'd make one about the gameplay, which I'm now in a position I can do so. So if you guys want to see that, I can. But I do also want to do a review of the difference between the two and the models and stuff. I've talked long enough. You guys are here to see what this is. I know it's been out for a while, but now it's finally readily available in stores. I got a copy for my shelf and I got a copy for to play. So we have with us finally, after a long awaited time, Zombicide 2nd edition. So I've been into this game. It's for those who basically played Left 4 Dead or Back 4 Blood. This is that, but as a board game, it is a co-op survival game where you play as some survivors. Each expansion kind of adds as a survivor to it. With 2nd edition, they're starting to add stories to each expansion. So this one is just the core game, so this is all the parts you'll need to play. The expansions get added to it. Here we have a sort of description, as you can see here. So we have a little description about it. Art, characters, if you've played the original game, they are going to look very similar to you. They are brand new sculpts in their new sort of art style, which these models are beautiful and very little cleanup on at least my prints. So I'm going to be very excited to paint these up. Comes with the all the abomination types from the last few games, plus I think some new ones. These plastic upgrade things they did from last edition / their Western version of the game. New tiles done in nice plastics, rings and markers and stuff so you can tell who's on what team. Plus they've added some new zombie types and things from other editions that you may have seen, and updated the cards. And I think there's some new adventures here too. There's like things to basically upgrade, combine some expansions. But that if you have the original game and you want to play with your old expansions, and you want to play with your old expansions, they do have a upgrade box you can buy, which does have cards for everything they've officially made for 2nd edition. There is an RPG for this, which I've been wanting to get, but I cannot get it anywhere. I really want it. But anyways, it tells you what sort of card size you need from GameGenic. I'm liking how board games are now starting to do that. So you can kind of see right there. It gives you all the parts. Age, who makes it Simon, is great. They do a Song of Ice and Fire. But enough talking about the exterior. Let's get into the interior. So as we start here, you'd have a QR code sticker thing right here that says there's free content. And then you have the rulebook. So unlike the last rulebook from Zombicide, like 1st edition, this one is a square bound book. And you have your quick phases, your target priorities. You have your scenarios, how that's all set up. You have rules with art in here, kind of like stuff, layout of the missions, your boards, how it all works, updated character art for the characters, things about the expansion, because again they did release Kickstarter that came with exclusive Kickstarter stuff, which this is one of the Kickstarters that I wish I could afford, but I couldn't at the time. So I'm stuck with the plebeian edition, which I'm still super just happy to have. So there's that. Unlike the old edition where it was just trays in a plain, bland cardboard box, we have this really nice art, and this box should host all the miniatures in it, which big box. There's a QR code on the bottom that says get free things there, as you can see. You guys can try it if you want. Nothing else around it. Hazard sign on the bottom. But yeah, this is the miniatures. We'll get into the miniature side of this once we're done this part here. And then of course we have everything else here. So we have our tokens, looks like our noise tokens and boxes and stuff. We have our spawns, exit, police cars, doors. I think that's who has priority. The original one came with a plastic skull. Then we have our boards. These look like just updated versions of the first edition with extra stuff. Still that really nice cardboard. They do not cheap out with their card stock, which I'm really happy for. Really high detailed tiles, double-sided, and all that. But yeah, if you're wondering why they have all these crosswalks, how the game measures movement is kind of like a normal board game with spaces, but your spaces are like, say, so this is space 1, space 2, space 3. So the spaces in between these crosswalks is your tile space. And then when you get into a room, that's 1 space, 2 space. Okay guys, we're back. We got the miniatures out, so let's open this up. So there's 2 little holes right here. I'm guessing we... Not that way. Ah, right here. So here we go guys, we have our plastic trays here. As you can see, we have our character cards. They've been, again, if you've played OG Zombicide, you'll recognize these characters. Some of these were kids that were introduced in their 15-minute panic game. Wanda, my girl, she's there. There we go, that's better for you guys, you can see. So the kid expansion is in here. So, of course, on the back, there's little descriptions about them and about their abilities. We got the trays here. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It looks like 6 of them. They all stack. Then we have what looks like to be a molten tray of cards. So it looks like here, starting off, we will start with the biggest pile of cards, which is your gear. So this is like when you go searching through rooms, missions and stuff, build weapons or objectives and stuff, you'll pull these cards. So we got those. Oh, it looks like they're double-sided on some of them. We got a new back for them, so that's sick. We got some extra actions, so these are bad to pull. Then we have our zombie deck. So these are like what you pull to spawn. Some of them will be asked to be like pulled out, others will be left in, all based off mission. These cards should have, yeah, they have numbers. They're barely hard to see, like up there. So missions and stuff might tell you what to pull out, or if you're, say, missing a card, something you can clearly check online to see what one you're missing. I'm gonna have to sleeve those. Dice, not like the fancy ones like they got in first edition, but they had the zombie skulls and stuff on it. Pips for marking your stuff on your character boards. Player rings, so you can know what team you're on. Then we get into the fun part. So here we have our models. One of the new abominations, so these are like your tanks and your special infected. He's looking sick, so that's number 1. There's 4 of these guys. Got 2. He looks like he's been like in a lab or something, or a patient. You got this boyo weed whacker dude. Hazmat guy. Then we have kind of like your classic one. I think a military version of it, dude. Yeah. Is he missing a skull? Like missing, yeah, it's a military dude. I will show you a basic dude. So here's a runner. A runner. Another runner, I believe. I think those are runners. Then we have our walkers and stuff down here. Fatties and things. Some of them have like their guts exploded out. Just a tray of zombies. Yeah. Oh, there's a little side message on the sides here that tell you how everything goes together. Ah, two of them. They're doing orange for survivors right now, so that's how you can tell what the player models are. So again, if you played the original, these are just going to be updated versions of them. So here's Amy. She looks really good. Doug, the office dude. And before, they used to pull a lot from pop culture when they made these characters. So this guy was based off the dude from like Falling Down, whatever that movie was called. But the office worker. Then we have Phil, or is this Ellie? I think this is Ellie. Yeah, the child. Sorry if this looks blurry. I'm trying to get these as clear as I can. We have Josh. We have Ned, the crazy survivor. Got a backpack full of stuff. Then we got my favorite character, which is Wyona, which has a chainsaw and works at a roller diner, or used to anyways. And some of the newer ones, we have the kids. Should have probably primed these before showing them off, but we have kid number 1, kid number 2 with the chainsaw. Of course, the numbers down below. Another kid. This kid. And then this kid. They're basically kind of mirrored versions. They're like mirrored versions of the main OG cast. But with that, guys, this has been Zombicide 2nd edition. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I tried my best to try to get those models in focus, but it just wouldn't. But with that, I'm going to go sleeve up these cards, or at least try to start it, and then put this game out for people to play with. And I'll have, if you guys want to see that review, the difference between the two games, the models and stuff, have them painted versus each other, let me know down below. If not, I will probably have the models painted at some point in time on my Twitter. But with that, we will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye now.